it's your absolute favorite chef, Fregz here, and I'm absolutely excited, I'm ecstatic, because life is good. You know why? It's my very first YouTube video ever. Drum roll please, round of applause, pots clanging, something. Okay, fine. I'm giving myself my flowers. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and tuning in this far. I'm really honored, humbled, thankful that I finally get to do this. So small story time, come closer. Are you there yet? So the truth is, for years, I'm gonna do YouTube. We're gonna do YouTube. But you see, 2021 is my year. Hallelujah to that, amen. Can I get a round of applause? Can the church say amen? So this is Fregz at Home, and at Fregz at Home, I just wanted to bring a chilled, another side to Chef Fregz. So at home, people always ask me, oh, who cooks? You or your wife? I'm like, when I married my wife, I was like, this is good, you cook. Anyway, point is just that I love cooking at home sometimes. I actually hate cooking at home, that's the truth. But when I have to entertain, when I have to just whip up something, I just want to share with you guys how I build flavor, how I'm thinking about ingredients, how I just make everyday food, but obviously packed with flavor. I'll give you guys hacks. I don't like spending time in the kitchen. I can't be cooking in my office and I'll be coming to the house to save away. So I would like to also say big thank you to the sponsors of this first season, LG, and that's why life is good. LG, shout out to you guys for just coming through with the best equipment. You guys, I can't wait to share with you about the awesome cooker, incredible fridge, the awesome microwave, and so much more to come. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in. I'd also like to thank my lovely Nancy. Thanks for coming through with this incredible cookware. You're amazing. I love you. So, like my friend would say, Fisaya, without further ado, let's get to the cooking. So this is a rosemary and orange chicken dish, because when you think Christmas, you think of like very warm, comforting flavors. And you know, picking up the sprig of rosemary now, you know, it just smells like goodness and mercy is following you. Do you understand? I actually made this dish for my friend Buki Iziogu. She will remember now, actually like a few years ago. And I just wanted to recreate that memory also and just show you how to introduce flavor without doing too much. So anyway, come with me. You come first. You see that? Do you also see that? Anyway, the point is I just kind of knock this fridge and it'll just show me what I have in my first door. It's a 2-door fridge, okay? And I'm just gonna grab this chili sauce that I need. So I have my veggies prepped. I'm gonna grab some celery. So just to run you through what we have for this recipe, we have some carrots. I'm just going to finish halving this one. These carrots are pretty small, so I've left some whole, but the ones that feel pretty thick, yeah, I think I'll just have, these ones are all halved, they're fine. But I have regular carrots here. All right, I'm just gonna pop that on the base of this beautiful Radiance pot. It's just like a lasagna baked dish. I use this to make baked rice, which I'll show you as we go on. So we have some onions here. I have a whole head of garlic here that I just bashed up. So there's no need for you to like super chop and whatnot, just hack everything. We're gonna create some sort of base here. Now these delicate, beautiful heritage purple carrots, they've grown here sometimes. My friend Memuna, all the way in Kaduna, grows them. But these are imported variety, but you don't have to use anything that you don't have a reach, okay? It's not actually that deep. I have some sweet potato. These come from Jos. Really beautiful orange flesh potatoes. I've cut them quite small so that they cook really quickly. Then we have some zucchinis. They cook really quickly, so I want them to cook at the same time as everything. Someone is saying that, is it this simple? Yes, it is. These cauliflower and broccoli pieces, florets, well, I've cut them pretty big because again, they all cook at different times. So I don't want one vegetable to be soggy and the other is like super crisp and firm. So I've cut them in bigger sizes so that they all cook evenly. This looks so good already. So I'm going to put all of that. I'm going to throw in some celery stems. So this is locally grown celery. You don't need to buy the imported stuff. I mean, we can just, for the sake of cutting stuff down to size, I'm just going to get that root. So you guys, nothing fancy. I'm just throwing it all in. Remember, we have onions, garlic, all in there. So, I mean, you can decide to be, you know, cute and remove all the thyme leaves, but I'm not going to. So this is fresh thyme. It's locally grown as well. You can buy the imported variety. If you don't have fresh thyme, I would just say use dried Italian seasoning, not dried thyme on its own. It's not as perfumey and comforting as the fresh stuff. But this grows all the way in Nigeria. If you can't find fresh thyme, like I said, just use regular Italian seasoning. I have some fresh rosemary here. I'm going to put a bit in here now. Or let's just put all of this here. So I'm going to reserve these other parts for the chicken actually. Now these are the celery leaves. I'm going to save that for later. All right. Now I'm going to grab some seasoning, all right? I need some salt. So I use sea salt in my cooking. You can decide to put a seasoning cube. I'm not big on seasoning cubes as such. So be quite generous. So sea salt isn't as pungent as regular table salt, so be very careful. So don't think I'm putting too much, all right? I'm gonna grab some oil. Grease that up slightly. And because we want it to have a bit of flavor, I'm just going to straight from the jar. So this is a chili garlic sauce. This is Asian variety I get. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's what it is. All right. It's kind of has some sugar notes to it, has a spice note to it, but it's not hot at all. But don't worry, I'm going to introduce heat. It's coming. So we'll just pour a bit of that in there. This is so good already. So I have my heat in the form of green chilies. They're spicy, but they're not going to burn your throat or your mouth. So it's the heat without being extra. All right. So I have some tangerines here. Really nice and beautiful. I also have some Nigerian lemon, which I really like. And I'm going to grab this. You can call it, some people call it microplane, but this is a cheese grater. I'm going to get that. So I'm going to grab some tangerines here. These are the imported variety. I really like them. Has packed with flavor. I'm going to use both the juice and the zest, but the zest is the most important for me. So Nigerian lemons, they have, I don't know, just a beautiful, beautiful flavor. So don't call it the back of lemon, please, please. It's called the zest, all right? You know when they say someone has zest for life or someone is zesty? So you don't want to grind, you know, get too deep into the white parts. And please don't judge Nigerian lemons because they look all scraggly. They actually are packed with so much flavor. So just gonna put a bit here. All right, we're not going to use the juice of this lemon, okay? We just need the zest. So think of lemon zest as like salt for fruits as well. So whenever you're doing a smoothie, in particular, you're making a fruit salad, always make sure you go with some zest or some lemon juice, okay? All right, so I'm gonna grab a spatula. Just gonna move things around a bit. Just look at the colors. Just looks super comforting already. So my incredible LG oven, which I'll tell you more about in a bit, is already preheating. So you want to preheat your oven to about what? 200 degrees at first, then you turn it down to 180. And the good thing about this oven is that it's actually like a convection beast. Like it's like I don't know, they pumped it with something. It just gets hot so quickly and so fast. So it cuts down your cooking time, which is going to do with this dish. So I don't know, I think it's time to start considering getting a new cooker in your house. How about it? Okay, all this is mixed in pretty well. And get these bad boys out. So lovely chicken thighs. I'm not even going to bother to cut them. If you want to, that's fine. I'm just going to nestle it in there. As you can see, I don't have time for strays. Nobody should strays my life. So I'm going to try and fit in 6. So the good thing with using a really high heat and all these vegetables all packed together, it's going to start steaming at first, but because of the high temperature, everything's going to like super grill. At some point, I'm going to turn on the grill as well. So let's get that in there as well. Super. So that's 3. I'll do one more. And I'll put this away. So I wait for the zest of the tangerine. Be careful, this is quite soft. We kind of made it blender already. Anyway, going with that. So the zest actually is packed with all the essential oils of the citrus. So anytime you buy an essential oil, just know that a few citruses are sacrificed here. Zest for you. All right, that's all of it that's gone in. Then, oh no, not all. So that's all there. Great. So we're going to cut into these beautiful things without hopefully eating them. So squeeze. Gorgeous. Okay. Squeeze more. Put that juice over the chicken. Now this dish, ideally, if you let it sit overnight, especially, I would recommend you dip the chicken separately, marinated overnight. But if you're going to do it immediately, it works. So this is the part where, again, no time for no time. You can decide to chop this, but you guys, this is easy, rustic food. I'm not trying to be fancy here. I'm cooking at home for family, for friends, for yourself. Or you can store this in a box in the fridge, in your LG fridge. All right, the last of the rosemary is going in here, or all over the chicken rather. And I'm just going to pop sprigs of rosemary in between everywhere. Oof. With the rest of the thyme, fresh thyme. See, don't be afraid to build flavor, okay? It may look like a lot, it's never too much. It's never too much, okay? What's that song? Never too much. So, one last, well, two last layers of seasoning. I'm going to be very generous with the salt because I'm seasoning one side. So with one hand in the salt, I'm just going to season the other side actually. So don't worry that I'm using just salt. I'm not using just salt. You'll see why in a second, okay? And don't worry, it's going to taste incredible. All right? Sometimes you need to allow the chicken taste like chicken and not like the 1 million things you put inside. So now that my two hands are kind of free, I'm going to kind of move some vegetables in, bring that out. So this is an excuse to make, like, you don't have money for turkey, you don't have a big oven for turkey, even if this oven is huge. You know, this is a good excuse to do something on a budget, but make it fancy. Make it rich auntie, you know, give it vibes. But this rosemary can always, my money can always stay. All right, so we're going to go a bit more with this chili sauce. Look, by all means, any chili sauce that you have lying, follow the one your mom made, the one you made, whatever, go for it. And since we have it all on there, I'm just gonna pour. So notice I'm not putting my spoon back. I've touched raw chicken, so I've poured it onto the meat. Really get it in there. Get it in all the corners. So yeah. So this is just a hack, and you guys, I use this in my stir fries. It's always in my fridge. Anytime I see it in the store, or I travel, or somebody's helping me bring, I always get it. Okay, good. Need to get it. Okay, I'm using quite a bit, Sha. So this is going to also glaze, be nice and sticky. It's finished, am I kidding? All right, like I said, I'll put the celery leaves after, but we have the leftover green chilies. I'm just gonna scatter it on top so that it roasts and imparts its flavor into the chicken. All right, these baby carrots will put in later. So now it's time to stick this bad boy into the oven. Like that. Superb. So I'm gonna take it to 180 degrees. I'm going to leave her there for about 30 minutes to check up on her. Once she's cooked like almost done. We'll turn up the grill really high so that the top browns and it's delicious and it's awesome. So see you in a couple. So the chicken has had 30 minutes in the oven and I've turned on the grill so that it will cook for another 15 minutes, just until everything is cooked through and is nicely brown and is caramelizing really well. So at this time I'm just going to grab some celery leaves, because we use celery here and these leaves are very fragrant. I'm just going to give it a nice chop. So just scrunch it up into a nice bunch. Don't worry if you are making a fine cut or not. We just want some celery leaves to just throw all over to garnish. Now you can run your knife through it, but I don't think that's necessary. Ooh. Wow, just look at that. Just look at that. Just gonna baste. Just gonna go with all that green. Ugh. I wish you guys could smell this right now. It's just grab this. Oh. Oh yeah. I'm gonna grab some vegetables. Just look at that, just look at that. So I'm gonna try some of the veg first. I actually like slow cooked vegetables over a while. Can you taste the tangerine flavor? I'm gonna grab some of that juice, some of the veggies. You can close YouTube now. It's all over. Honestly, it's not because I made this, it's actually really stunningly delicious. So there you have it, my orange or citrus rosemary roast chicken with vegetables and chili. Perfect for any festive period. Christmas, which is now, and any time of the year, because every day is a festive day. I can't wait for you guys to let me know what you think when you make it, and share with me, be in the comment section, find me on Instagram, tell me what spin you put on it, let me know. Thank you so much for watching my first ever YouTube video. Like, Fregz at Home is alive, my baby is born. Big shout out to GreyWoulfe Studios for making the most incredible video ever and launching this thing with me. And it's flavor packs all the time. Life is good always, because this is Fregz at Home. See you at the next episode.